Marjorie, and this is Heiko. And
Hi
we're
everything! Welcome back. Tak cantik. Welcome back to Barely Fuji.
okay. So welcome back. We're having bubble tea today. Alright, today's topic that we're going to talk about is expectations versus reality. Living in Barcelona, and yeah, like what are the expectations before moving here, and what's exactly the reality while living here.
Honestly, there's a lot of expectations that I've had before moving to Europe, and I feel like 70% of it kind of backfired, and it's crazy to. I don't know what I'm talking already. Like this is I'm gonna start yapping. Like it's
Again.
crazy again.
As always, siempre.
Wow, siempre. Bueno, vamos a hablar en español ahora. Bueno, tenía expectativas en la vida.
Vale, sí.
Vale,
sí,
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 sí, sí.
claro.
Claro. So yeah, we just wanted to like kind of, for those of you who want to move abroad and experience. Lighting was destroyed. No, I put it on the high. Not much difference. So we're gonna be going through a little bit of different expectations versus realities of moving to Barcelona, coming in from Singapore. And I would say let's kickstart it off with a little bit fun. You know, I think the first kind of expectation that I've had coming to Barcelona is
That it is always sunny. Like
yeah.
people think that Barcelona is a sunny city, but actually people forgot.
Aku yang nak cakap point aku, kau yang cakap point kau dulu So now we'll go with your point lah. So that's your first expectations that it's always sunny.
Yes, my expectation actually is very sunny, and like what I mean, like I know all the back of my knowledge is always sunny, and then it started to become like colder and colder because it's going to winter, and it doesn't snow here, but it rains. Like it was just like to the cold, like the temperature drops to the point that I have never experienced it before.
It's like it's very bone stabbing. How do you say it?
Pins and needles.
Yeah,
It's very painful.
dry, cold, and
Yeah.
like you feel it in your bones, not in your skin.
Yeah, I've traveled to Europe before, but I've never felt that kind of like cold, like 5 degrees and things like that. So that was my first time. So yeah.
It's crazy, yeah. Like even after being here for like a couple of years, I'm still not used to the cold. Of course, I came here thinking that the weather is gonna be hot, and then it's gonna be autumn, and then winter, and then spring. But the temperature range is like, I don't know, from 25 to -5 in 1 year. It's crazy, but still not used to it. But it's fun. And I was saying from before you cut me off from my expectations. I thought Europe would be a more advanced place for efficiency. It's something that's like number one thing, but I think it's just a Spanish thing, right? And I mean, coming from
back to differ. European centric of like that. The Europeans are much more forward. But actually, like coming here, you kind of like look back and say like, no, actually Asian countries are actually better in terms of like technology and efficiency.
and the government,
Yeah. Please don't deport us.
and also the efficiency when it comes to like running late, for example, like even between friends, not just like government stuff, but also between friends. I thought people would be on time as like, you know, as every other Europe, like let's say Germans, they're always on time. But in Spain, it's like literally like I said from my previous video, is that Spanish people are exactly like Malay people, where there's always their Spanish time where like I'm running 5 minutes late. They haven't left the house, they just woke up. So I kind of adapted myself to that already. And when I tell him, okay, let's meet up at 6 p.m.
Yeah, and then I was like, Heiko time. So it's about 7, right? And I'm like, okay, sure. But today he was early actually.
Yeah, I was there at 6:50.
He was early. And then I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm actually going out at Heiko time. So it's not my fault that he actually customized me to be late. But only to him. But to rest, I'm still like trying to adapt with the time actually.
What will be the next kind of expectation that you have?
I wouldn't say expectation, but it's much more of like, I guess, taking things for granted as well.
In what sense?
Like in the sense of Singapore spoiled me in a sense of convenience and efficiency. For example, like going to somewhere that is government, like to the hospital or to the dentist or to the doctors. Like, oh my god,
Oh
it
my
will
God.
take me forever. And I think like if I go there sick, I will come back out without seeing the doctor being already well because it's like
It takes forever.
it takes forever to get the consultation and things like that. Yeah.
But honestly, there's a one quick tip. One pro tip is that get yourself a private insurance, and they will attend to you like that. So, because of work, I have like a health insurance that's private. So, I kind of skip the emergency queues, but like 4 or 5 hours. But it's insanely expensive. But thankfully, it's free. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean like I do have like the private insurance and the local insurance over here, but like when I like because my friend had to go to the hospital and we literally waited for 11 freaking hours in the hospital. 11 hours and there's no food, no drinks, no nothing. They just let you wait like that. It's crazy. But we still love Barcelona though.
When do you usually use the healthcare system? Like we rarely use it.
Yeah,
So like
very rarely.
if the time comes, yeah, it should. But like we've been healthy, so.
Tak nak.
Is that wood?
Wood.
Back to it. Another expectation that I have that is very wow is that thinking coming to Europe with English is enough. No, it's not enough. I came to Spain not knowing Spanish at all, but that's where I realized that like wow, I need Spanish a lot. I mean, you can make do without Catalan in Barcelona especially, but then when it comes to Spanish, it's a necessity because no one actually speaks English, proper English at least, unless you're working the corporate life or like you're in a group of like filthy rich people, which they exist, but they still prefer Spanish over everything. So if you want to come over, learn a little bit of Spanish before coming over. It helps a lot. I don't know about you. What's your perspective on that?
I mean, like, I guess with me it's also the same because I thought like, because Barcelona is a fluid city. What I mean by fluid city is that people come and go frequently. So it is much more of like an expat city and things like that. So there is a high influx of people who does business and things like that. So in my head, I was like, oh, everyone should speak Spanish because it should speak English because that is just people come and go. But my expectation were like wrong, because even like for example, like when I came here, like Airbnb, like speaking English is basically like non-existent. I have to use the Google Translate to basically like talk to the person and things like that, and then like with communicating with all throughout, like looking for houses or even just buying groceries. Like it is really tough when I just moved here because, as I said previously on the previous video, like coming to Barcelona wasn't in the plans at all. So I don't have the chance to even study properly like Spanish. So
but it's meant to be. Cool beans, cool beans. Cool beans.
oh, cool beans.
Now what did you hear?
Cool bean.
Oh, I have another expectation. Well, not expectation. It's more of like, which thing I wish I knew is that lunch and dinner.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It took me a while to get used to it. How about you?
It took me at least about 2 years to get used to it, honestly. Like, so for you who'd have no context on it, Spanish people have lunch, yeah, at like 2:30 p.m.
No, that's considered early. Or we should say like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's like literally late lunch, and then they have like a snack at like 7, like snack maybe like a fruit or something, and then dinner. It's at freaking 10 p.m.
Yeah.
10 p.m. or 11 p.m. at least. And they don't have anything there's no such thing as supper, which I miss Jalan Kayu. I miss like eating prata at like 11, 12 as like our supper, because we have dinner at like 6, 7. But this is like insane. Like, get yourself ready. Yeah.
I mean, like for me, I do miss like food back home, like the timing of food back home, because like over here, I get hungry at 12 at 1 for lunch, and I'm like, I want to eat lunch, but no one wants to eat lunch.
If you, it's not even if you want it. It's like the store is
It's not,
open
yeah.
at 1:30 or 2 p.m. the earliest, and like for dinner, like because they open from like 2 to 4, and then 4 to 7 they're closed.
Oh
and
my
it's
god,
like-
they're siestas.
it's another expectation and reality. Like we thought, like okay, that's basically about dinner time. It's always late, so get ready for that. Another thing is the siesta.
Siestas.
You think that in Europe people are advanced and like work 24/7? No, they take naps throughout the day. Like come anywhere, like restaurants, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Close. Close. Close, 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 close.
Everyone's taking a nap. Why?
I mean, like, I do appreciate it though. Like,
I
mean,
love
like,
it. I love it.
mean,
I
like,
got into it too.
I mean, like, it. Yeah, I got into it like 6 months in living here. I'm like, okay, it's time for a nap, and like, it works for me now. Like, I do appreciate like growing older and like just having naps.
It's amazing. I feel like a child again, but like good quality child. You
Yeah.
know? But yeah, when it comes to dinner and lunch, it's a little bit shitty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking about food and eating, another expectation I had. I thought food would be great. But then, coming here, I lost the ability to eat spices. Not spices in terms of like, stop covering my face, I look cute. Okay. Oh, again. Spicy food, I'm out. Like, literally food, I just can't. Like, it's not as great as hawker food. You get food that's so cheap and like easy to get at any time. One full meal is like $7-8. Here's like $7-8 just for a starter, yeah. Like pika pika
Tapas.
like tapas kind of vibe, yeah. Like it's just to start the meal at $7-8 already. So I'm like,
I mean, like, yeah, I do miss cheap food, like really, really cheap. Convenience food, like at 12 a.m. or like at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I used to say, you know, like Boon Lay nasi lemak is just right outside my house. So it's like,
this one Singapore cannot have.
now I have to blur it because I don't know how to editing this video. Yeah, so bodoh lah sia. Like I miss like really good cheap food at the convenience at any point of time. Like yeah. And like I miss 7-Eleven.
I will want to cry right now. Like 7-Eleven.
Eggs.
The Hanjuku eggs. That is like. Now I want to make it. Also cannot. Doesn't taste like exactly the same. Like it's just different.
True.
And another thing, for those milk fanatics,
Oh my god.
Meiji milk. That's what I love.
Talking about milks, right? Expectation and reality also. Like I thought milks are fresh. All milks are majority of the milks are UHT. So it's like it's a temperature thing. So none of the milks are like most of the milks are not at the chiller section when you go to groceries. That was the first thing that I was like, I kinda have like a culture shock. I was like, why are the milks not in the chiller? And then I'm like, and then buying it and things like that. And once I moved here, I think 2 months in, I got what's that? Lactose intolerance. Started to have lactose intolerance.
Lactose intolerance doesn't exist in Singapore.
Yep.
I came here, both my stomach, even like regular cheese, sometimes they're supposed to have no lactose, but like it's just milk in general is hits different, and like it hurts me. Like I get in pain.
Yeah, usually like milk back home. We're drinking milk right now. Usually. Cheers. Yeah, so milk back home it doesn't affect me at all. But I can just get on with my day. And now it's like drinking milk in the morning. I just have to go straight to the toilet, and then everything is gone. Like Work-life balance. I guess over here, people really do work-life balance is
It exists though.
it exists.
I don't
No,
know.
the life exists more than the work.
That is very 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 true. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree.
Life exists more than work. It's about like 60-40. 40 work, 60 life, which I really, really, really like appreciate. Back in Singapore, because I used to work in corporate and then used to work in Universal Studios and things like that. So it's like work over there is like it's always work first and life second, and it's always hard to find a balance. Over here, I'm like, wow. It's,
Basically, in a way, simply said, it's back home. People live to work, but people here, they work to live.
which is true, very true.
And that's one of the reasons why I kind of decided to stay in Barcelona because of that.
But I mean, like you didn't.
sad.
I mean, like you only observe your family working because before moving abroad, you didn't work, right?
I didn't work, so like I kind of moved abroad right after my national service, which kind of like it's annoying because I have zero experience in working in Singapore, like zero. I am basically screwed if let's say if I were to go back home
Exactly.
one day and I have to enter the corporate world there. I don't know how to function because my corporate lifestyle here, it's literally what he said, like 60 life, 40 work. And I don't know how to invert that if I were to go back home.
Yeah, because for me, it's like I had the experience of working back home for like 5 years. Actually more. But like while moving here, I mean, like I don't have like a proper not experience with corporate yet because I'm still like freelancing and also working with under a few businesses over here.
It keeps tapping the table. It's the camera's shaking.
So I cannot. So I don't have to effect. It is the effect. I don't know where I stopped. Where I start. Another point. Safety. Safety.
Oh my god, safety. Safety. It's safe. But is it that safe? I
mean,
think, what's your definition
no.
of safe?
I think no, because I guess before moving here, right? My algorithm, because I do have like a few ways to prepare.
Are you a robot? You got algorithm.
My algorithm on my TikTok.
I
and
thought your algorithm
No,
as in like,
no.
are you a robot? No.
So my algorithm for my social media right before I move is all about Barcelona because I was researching and things like that. So it does say that it have a lot of like pickpockets and things like that, and it's not safe and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess it's much more heightened up in the social media than what it used to be, than in real life. I mean, so I mean, that is everywhere you go, it's not always 100% safe. But also coming from Singapore, where things are very, very safe, as compared to here in Singapore, obviously it's not. But it is also, I mean, like, don't be scared, I guess, to go out at night and still be like,
I think it's not about being scared, it's about stupidity.
yeah.
It's like how
Okay,
Singapore is
and
like
also
one of the
awareness.
safest places.
Yeah.
So Singapore is one of the safest places because we have CCTVs everywhere. You have the police keeping an eye on you, and at the same time, like it's safe, but then the government's always keeping their eyes on you, and you have no privacy, right? But that's the pros and cons kind of thing. But I feel like here, I mean, you're not being watched, but at the same time, people are still nice, and they will. There's a lot of pickpockets, but like, that's if you go to streets with somewhere that has like a lot of, bad activities that's happening. Set your expectations right, and then you know what's gonna be happening. But then if you go to places, it's like you keep your phones with you, like how you walk everywhere. Don't be dumb just putting your phone on one corner and just forget about it and thinking no one's gonna take it, because here if they see a phone laying around, they're not gonna like leave it behind.
Yeah.
People are poor here.
Like again, like Singapore is convenient and we take it for granted, but just be freaking aware of where you are, who you are, yeah, and everything will be alright.
Be who you are for your pride.
Be who you are for your pride.
Are you done?
Do you know that meme? Wow, you really have no idea about any memes.
I mean, I know 6'7".
Aircon is not a thing. It's not a thing. Even in summer, aircon is not a thing. They will turn on the fan.
For me, I kind of expected it because during when I was in Singapore, I used to work for an independent company that was owned by Europeans. So when I was ever at the house, there's no ventilation. Let's say they don't on their aircon, they don't on their their fan. It's not normal to them. Yeah, it's not normal for them. So moving here, I kind of have like that slight expectations of it. But then now, I mean like because it's winter, right? Not right now, so I kinda just. But I still need to take up like open the windows. But I don't know how people live here without no ventilation. Like literally, I don't understand. Okay, with all
That's
that.
kind of the basic expectations and reality of Barcelona.
Yeah. So I mean like just comment down below for like what topics you guys are much more interested for us to
If you're
talk
interested
about.
in me, I'm not available. Single, not available.
As you can see, mentally he's not stable yet. He still need time to like the frontal lobe still needs time
The
to
frontal
develop.
lobe has been well developed, yeah. I have my neurological appointment next Monday to check.
That's why it's not developed. That's why it's not developed yet. He needs to go to check whether it's developed.
I don't know. My brain sometimes is just like. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe and comment down below if you want to hear more from us, depending on what topic you guys want to do. Sabar, nak restart dapat ah. Hit like and subscribe and comment down below if you want to hear more stories from us, and if you want to have a specific topic that you want to know, maybe about me or about Mazri, just leave it down below and we'll choose the best one out of it all.
Yeah. And so yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you on our next video. Bye.